Welcome to the Chef Adar setup guide. Today we're going to talk about setting up Chef Adar for a Supreme release. What's all going to be covered in this guide is profile setup, task setup, settings, CAPTCHA, and running the release. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around. So let's get started. When you open up the bot, you're going to be on this tasks page, but we're actually going to talk about profiles first. So hit the profiles tab at the top. I've already got this fake profile here, but I'll go over setting one up. For name, you're going to need first and last. For email, put in a valid email. For phone number, you don't need the dashes. You can put it in like this, include your area code. Address, put in your address. This is for your apartment. Address 3 is for different countries, so if you're in the United States, you don't really have to worry about it. City, zip code, state, country. Card type, this doesn't matter if you're in the United States as well, but it's required for the task, so put it in. Card number, just put in your card number. Card month, card year for expiration dates, and then CVV. And then name your profile and hit create. It'll pop up here. You'll see all your profiles when you click on this. And that's about it for profile setup. It's pretty straightforward. Now we're going to talk about task setup. So first we're going to have to go to the items tab up here. This is where you're going to enter in an item for the task to go for. So basically, if there's a release that has like a black box logo, for example, I'll put in a name. So box logo black. Should do it. And then keywords are in the form +, first keyword, so for here it's box, then a comma, a space, +, second keyword. It doesn't have to be 2, it can be 1, it can be 3, but that's the format. For color, you just put in the color, so black. Size, act like I'm going for a small here. And then category, it would be under t-shirts. You hit add item, you see it'll pop up down here. You can delete it by hitting this red X. And that's it for this the items tab. Next, onto the task tab, click create tasks. So you can do both Supreme and Supreme in store, but I'm going to talk about regular Supreme online release first. So Supreme for the site. For the item, you choose whatever item you want. These are all items that you created in the items tab. So box logo black is the one I just created. My fake profile, that's the one I just created. Specific proxy, I would only use a proxy if you're on a server that has a banned IP, so something like Google Cloud, which, I mean, it's not banned to go on to the Supreme site, but it's banned at checkout, so they won't let you check out. So put in a proxy there, or in a different place that I'll show you guys in a bit, if that's your situation. The optional timer, if you're not going to be by your computer, it has great CAPTCHA bypass, so you're actually able to set up a timer and it should work for you. Refresh delay, you can even put this down to like 0, just because Supreme has not been banning IPs, or I should say like residential IPs, for like quite some time now. So for the time being, 0 is fine, but otherwise I would put it up to maybe 500, and that should be fine. Checkout delay, 0 has been working, but anywhere from about 500 to 2,000 is going to be pretty safe. And you shouldn't, there shouldn't be people or too many people checking out before you. You should still be able to get checkouts with a 500 to 2,000 delay. So like I said, you'd put 500 here or 2,000 here, and that should be fine. But 0 has been working. So these parse methods, there's 4 of them, and I'll go over them right now. The desktop one, specifically, it's just like a desktop task, as if you were going on to the Supreme website and doing it all yourself. That's how that's done. The mobile task here, this actually uses the background mobile monitor. Or actually no, that's this one. The mobile monitor that's implemented into the bot itself. That's what this task uses. This mobile task is actually similar to the desktop task, but actually runs each task as if it was its own monitor, similar to the desktop. And then the combined API is pretty straightforward. It has mobile and desktop implemented in it. But it is in the beta phase for now. I know it just got added, so excited to see how that works. I'll go for desktop just for this task's sake though. And then CAPTCHA bypass, I would say CAPTCHA bypass for every task is fine. I have not used the CAPTCHA harvester for Chef Adar yet, but I've cooked on every single release like 100%, so that works. This mass update button, if you want to, I don't know, let's say that box logo season comes around and Supreme does some funky shit with the links like they did last year. If you have mass update here and you create this task, I'm I'm not going to create it right now, but then you'll see there's like 2 buttons underneath that say mass link change or something like that. And if you put in a new link, any task that has this checked will automatically update. But if you have it unchecked, it's gonna stay as it is. It's not gonna update like the other ones will. And that's what that is about. Use proxy from list. So you can also put proxies into your settings tab up here and save them, and this will pull a random proxy from that list and use it. But you can also do specific proxy. It doesn't really matter. Either or is gonna work for proxies. But this looks good. I'll go ahead and create this task, and you'll see that it pops up in the back, and you're able to create more tasks here. I'll quickly talk about Supreme in-store. So Supreme in-store, you're gonna have, you'll still have to create items, but the keywords are only gonna be LA, Brooklyn, and I forget the other one, but LA, Brooklyn, Manhattan. Yeah, that's it. Those will be the keywords. So choose whichever one you need. And then it is in beta stage, I know that for sure, but CAPTCHA bypass should work, and parsing method, just leave it on desktop. These don't really matter for that, and you should be good for Supreme in-store. Now that that's covered though, I'm going to talk about settings. So, well, I guess first, this is the start button, this is the stop button, delete button. You can also do start all, stop all, clear all. And like I said, mass update here. You put in a new link, send a mass update tasks, and they'll all update and go for that. This mobile monitor visualizer, so you'll see that there are these items that the mobile monitor is able to pick up, and you can send, like, click on a button, you'll see that it pops up here, and you can send a mass update tasks. This will be really useful around box logo season, like I said as well, because you can just come straight here, t-shirts. Well, there's nothing there right now, but like, let's say it was right here, you click that, you click update tasks, and it's ready to go. But that's about it for that. Close that out. Didn't mean to do that. I'll just put it in the background. Okay. Now I'll talk about settings. So you go over to settings, and you'll see that my retry delay is on 0. My mobile monitor delay is on 0. And it's like that because recently, like I said, Supreme hasn't been worrying about banning bots, banning IPs too much. So 0 has been working completely fine for me, and that's what I've been rocking with for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. On this bot alone, I should say, but on like every bot for the last season, the entire season or 2. Discord webhook, so you're able to create a Discord webhook on your Discord server, get that link, put it here, hit save, and you can even test it if you want to, but it'll work that way. The mobile monitor proxy, if you're not on a server, I don't think that this really matters. So, but if you are on a server, I'd put in a proxy here as well. This proxy, this is your list of proxies. You enter them here, save settings, and then if you have your tasks that say pull the proxy from the list, this is where it's going to pull it from. Restarting your mobile monitor, I haven't had to do this yet, but I'm sure it's pretty straightforward. It restarts the mobile monitor. Log out and deactivate. This is so that you can get the bot onto a different thing. So if you like have it on your local, but you want to get it on your server, you'd go ahead and log out and deactivate, and then you'd be able to get it on your server by inputting your key. That's pretty much it for that. I'll quickly also talk about the proxy tester. So you can put proxies in here, test your proxies. It'll tell you over here if they're alive or if they're dead. Like I said, you should only really be using proxies if you're on a server, or if you know that your IP is like banned or banned at checkout. And make sure that they are proxies that work and not just say alive here, because most data center proxies aren't even going to work on Supreme. So you're going to want to get like a residential proxy from a provider and use a residential proxy. That's what I've been doing on my server. It's been working out nice. I was going to talk about CAPTCHA, but really I would just, when you're creating tasks, make sure you have this CAPTCHA bypass on, and you're going to be golden. You don't even really need to worry about it. So just do that. Don't even take the time to use the harvester, because it's, at this point, it's pointless. And running the release itself, about, I don't know, you can start it at any point. You could start it 5, 10, 15, 30 minutes early, but what I personally do is I wait for a minute before the release, and then I go ahead and click start all. Just to be safe. There's no reason to need to start it, like 5, 10 minutes early. There's no time that ever in history has happened where Supreme has dropped like 10 minutes early or something, so don't worry about that. Aside from that, that's about it for this video. I hope you learned what you needed. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out on the Discord, in the support channel, or message any of the helpers or admins directly. Alright, take it easy.